All right. Good morning, Bico customers. Welcome to your exclusive yoga session. My name is Ryan. I'll be instructing. Welcome to your practice. Let's get started in child's pose. Let's see. Big toes to touch, knees apart. And come down to your forehead or your chin or your chest if you have the space. And then you'll walk your hands over to the right side of your mats and stretch. And keep those hips back by your heels. And reach through those left fingertips. Then walk your hands over to the left and stretch. And same thing here. Try to keep those hips back as far as possible. And you just reach your fingertips away from them. And bring your hands back to center. And we'll meet in puppy pose. All you'll do is lift your hips up in the air and shift them forward till they're stacked right over your knees. And then back down to your forehead or your chin or your chest. And straighten your arms all the way out. Then just hear you do some breath work. And feel and empty your lungs. And create a deepness, a smoothness. It's a quality of breathing. And then you'll take your right arm and thread it underneath your chest. So you reach through. Lay that shoulder down. Then reach your left fingertips towards the top of your mat. And the intention is to take a look towards the ceiling underneath your arm. And switch sides. And take your left arm and thread it through. Get the back of that or the side of your shoulder down on the floor. Reach your right fingertips towards the top of your mat. And the same thing here. Rotate your gaze up towards the ceiling. And we'll meet in tabletop. Just come to all fours. And you'll move through a few rounds of cat and cows. And so in your inhale, you'll arch your back, tilt your chin and your tailbone up. And on your exhale, you round your spine, press down into the floor, draw the low belly in, and tuck your chin. You just do that a few times. Inhale to gaze up. Exhale, press, round your back. And a couple more times. Last time, inhale up. Exhale, round. Tuck the chin and the tailbone. And then from here, you'll draw big circles around your mat. You'll shift your hips back towards your heels. And circle around. You'll come forward towards your wrist and through upward facing dog. Lift your gaze, broaden your chest. And then you take it back. And you circle around in the same direction a few more times. Just exploring your space. And reverse your circles. Sweet, back to your tabletop and tuck your toes. Lift your shins. You'll just hover them right above the ground. So you're in that tabletop, but knees are off the floor. And hold for 3. And 2. And press back into your down dog. Ground down through your heels. And walk your down dog out. Bend and straighten your knees a few times alternately. Then from here, you'll lift your right leg to 3-point. And cheetah, just bring your close as you can. And then set your right knee down, modified side plank. You'll turn open to the left, reach your left arm up. And then from here, you'll lift your left leg and bend your knee, reach back and grab the top of that foot. And you just pull and kick. Use that resistance to stretch those quads. Then release your foot and step back into your high plank. Top of a push-up. Low plank, lower to hover, pause at the bottom. Feel free to have your knees down. High plank, push through. Round your shoulders at the top. Downward facing dog. And lift your left leg to 3-point. And cheetah, curl in. Modified side plank, left knee down. Right arm up this time. Then you'll lift your right leg, and bend your knee, reach back and grab that foot, and you pull and kick, and just until you feel that stretching. Then release your foot, step back into your high plank. Knees down if you need them. Low plank, lower to hover, pause. High plank, push. Just one more time, low plank, hover. High plank, downward facing dog. Just walk your hands to the back of your mat. We'll meet a ragdoll there. Bring your feet apart, hips distance. Grab opposite elbows. And fold forward. Then a couple breaths in and out here. Just sway yourself side to side. Or stay really still. Just pay attention to how your body's feeling. Maybe you need movement. Maybe you need stillness. Then release your folds. You'll bend your left knee. Keep your right leg straight. Left hand to the ground. Or left elbow above your knee. Then you reach up and twist open. Pull back with your outer right hip to get a little longer. Then switch sides. Bend your right knee. Elbow above the knee or hand to the ground. Left arm up to twist open. And fold forward. And then heel toe your feet to touch. We'll meet in chair pose. And it's just like you're taking a seat and sit down into your hips. Reach with your fingertips so you're creating length through the sides of your body. And fold forward. And then come to a halfway lift. Flat back. You walk your hands back out into that high plank position. Low plank, lower to hover. Upward facing dog. Untuck your toes, flatten the tops of the feet down. Press into the ground, straighten through your arms. And draw your shoulders back. Broaden across your chest. Downward facing dog. And then lift your right leg to 3-point. Warrior 1. Big step forward. Plant the right foot. Spin the back foot flat. and then press into the outer blade of it. Turn your torso forward, lift through your fingertips, get tall. Skiers, sweep your arms back and reach. Hinge at the hips, reach with your sternum, the center of your chest, and back to your fingertips. And then keep your arms reaching back. Striker salute. Straighten your front leg out. And see how deeply you can fold into it. Warrior 2. Just bend back into your front knee. And this time open out to the left. Straighten through your arms. Does that reach through your elbow joint and out through your fingertips? Side angle. And start with elbow to knee. Reach your left arm over your ear. High plank to low plank. And set your hands down. Step your right foot back and lower. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg, 3-point. Warrior 1. Remember, you're facing forward, grounding down in both the feet, front and back. And skiers, hinge at the hips, send your chest forward, fingers back. And then keep those arms, striker salute, and push your left leg straight, or as straight as you can without causing any pain. Stretch is fine. Just be aware of the difference. Warrior 2, bend back into your left knee and open out to the right. And side angle. And start with modified elbow to knee. Reach with that right arm. Send those fingers overhead. High plank to low plank. Hands down, step back, and lower. Up dog on your inhale. Down dog on your exhale. Now lift your right leg to 3-point. Warrior 1. And same thing here, skiers. Hinge at the waist. Reach that energy in both directions. Striker salute, push your right leg straight. And then you bow as deeply as you can while creating length in the fold. Warrior 2. Side angle, modified or full. You can bring your hand to the ground. And same thing here. High to low plank, step back and lower. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Left leg, 3-point. Warrior 1. And skiers. Striker salute, and straighten through that front leg. Look for that length. Warrior 2. Same thing here, but you're looking for length through your arms and up through your spine. Keep lifting out of your hips without lifting your hips. Side angle, modified or full. High plank to low plank, step back and lower. Upward facing inhale. Downward facing exhale. Last time, right leg, 3-point. Warrior 1. And skiers. And striker salute. Warrior 2. Side angle. And just choose your option, modified or full. High plank to low plank with control. Lower your body. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg, 3-point. Warrior 1. and skiers. Striker salute, lengthen. Warrior two. Side angle. The high plank to low plank. Lower your body to the sound of your exhale. Upward facing inhale. Downward facing dog exhale. There's 3 breaths in and out. Fill and empty your lungs. Push with your hands. Lift with your hips. And then drive your heels back down to the ground. And on your next inhale, rise onto your tiptoes. You'll step, walk, or float to the top of your mat. Then come to a halfway lift. And fold forward. Feet apart, hips distance. Either grab your big toes with your peace sign fingers or slide your hands under your feet and stand on your palms and fold. And if you have that position, you can start with bent knees. And then the idea is to create more stretch by gradually straightening your legs. But remember, you're just looking for that sensation of stretch. If you can keep that bend and find it, that's great. If you need to straighten your legs to find that stretch, that's awesome too. Then release your fold. You'll heel toe your feet to touch. We'll meet in chair pose. Then you'll take chair twist to the right, bring your hands to prayer, and then you'll hook your left elbow into your right outer thigh. And then turn your gaze to the right, maybe up to the ceiling, but keep sliding your left knee back in line with your right. Chair pose, back to center. You can keep the prayer hands. Then switch sides, right elbow into your outer left thigh. Remember, if that right knee is sticking forward, slide it back. More rotation around the spine, then the hips. Chair pose, back to center. Yeah, fold forward. Then come to a halfway lift, flat back, lengthen. High plank to low plank. You step back and lower your body. Upward facing dog on your inhale. And downward facing dog on your exhale. And lift your right leg to 3-point. Revolve side angle. Step your right foot forward. You'll stay on your back toes. Keep your left hand down. And just reach your right arm up in the air and twist. And then you'll roll onto the outer blades of your back foot. So it's like you rolled your ankle. You'll be on the side of it. And then reach your right fingertips back towards it. Grounded warrior 3. You'll turn forward. Press down into the ground with your right foot. Lift your left leg. Straighten it out behind you. And then just fold over your standing leg. In Kundalini Squat, bring your left knee behind your right knee, and then bring your hands to prayer. Stork, press down into the ground, stand up tall, reach your arms overhead. Kundalini, squat back down. In Crescent Lunge, land your left toes lightly at the back of your mat and send your arms up. High plank to low plank. Hands down, step back, and lower. Up dog on your inhale. Down dog on your exhale. And then this time, lift your left leg to 3-point. Revolve side angle. Step forward. Right hand stays down, left arm reaches. Into the outer blades of your feet, just roll that back ankle. Reach back towards it. Grounded warrior 3. Pivot forward, shift weight into your left foot. You straighten through both legs and fold. And Kundalini's right behind left, hands to prayer. Stork, stand up, press into the ground, and arms lift overhead. Kundalini's get low. And Crescent Lunge, land your right toes as lightly as you can, and reach your arms up overhead. High plank to low plank, step back and lower. Upward facing, breathe in. Downward facing, breathe out. Right leg, 3-point. Revolve, side angle. And same thing here, lengthen and twist. And roll onto the outer blades of your feet. Reach towards that ankle. Grounded warrior 3. Turn your right foot forward. And you fold. It's a bit deeper than that first time. Kundalini squat. Left knee behind right, hands to prayer. It's challenging your balance. Stork. Stand up. Reach up. Get tall. Kundalini. And Crescent Lunge. Control that step back. Land your toes, lift your arms. High plank to low plank. Upward facing dog on your inhale. Downward facing dog on your exhale. Left leg, 3-point. Revolve, side angle. Step forward. Real wide through your wingspan. To the outer blades of your feet. Try to sink that hip towards the ground as you reach back. Grounded warrior 3, turn forward, fold over your left. Maybe grab the back of that ankle and pull yourself up and pull yourself in just a bit deeper into the fold. Kundalini squat, right knee behind left. Stork, stand up, reach up. Kundalinis, get low. Crescent Lunge, land those toes softly. Send your arms overhead. Create lift. High plank to low plank. Upward facing dog on your inhale. Downward facing dog on your exhale. Last time, right leg, 3-point. Revolve, side angle. To the outer blades of your feet. Roll that left ankle and reach. Lower that hip towards the ground. Warrior 3. You shift weight into that right foot. You fold in as deeply as you can. Kundalini squat. Bend those knees, hands to prayer. Stork, stand up and reach. And Kundalinis, see if you can get low, low. And Crescent Lunge, toes down, arms up. High plank to low plank. Step back and lower your body. Control your descent. Upward facing inhale. Downward facing exhale. Left leg, 3-point. Revolve, side angle. To the outer blades of your feet. Sink that hip down. Reach back and stretch across your chest. Grounded warrior 3. Shift weight into that left foot. And Kundalini squat. Bend those knees, get low. Stork, stand up and reach. Kundalinis, get low. And Crescent Lunge. And high plank to low plank. Upward facing inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. 3 breaths, feeling empty. And on your next inhale, rise onto your tiptoes. You'll step, walk, float, or tiptoe your way to the top of your mat. You can come to a halfway lift. Yeah, fold forward. Feet apart, hips distance. Either grab your big toes with your peace sign fingers or slide your hands under your feet. Couple breaths in and out here. Enjoy your stretch. Remember, you can always bend the knees softly. You can bend them a lot. But then once they're bent, you look for a little more stretch. Just gradually start to straighten those legs. Then release your folds. You'll heel toe your feet back to touch, and we'll meet in chair. You can bring your hands to prayer this time. Cool. You'll lift your heels off the ground so you're up on your tiptoes. And then you'll stay on your tiptoes and just sit down on your heels. You reach your arms back behind you, and you'll do some knee taps. They look like this. You'll reach forward with your knees, lean back a bit with your upper body. Try to land the knees lightly, and then lift back up. And you'll just do that 4 times. And light tap, and lift. Whoa. This morning I'm not very balanced. There we go. And then once you've done that, open your knees, keep your heels together, and then you'll do alternate taps. So 2 times each side, left knee, taps, lifts, right knee, taps, lifts. And one more time each side, to the left, and to the right. Sweet. And we'll try crow pose. So you're already in that squat. All you'll do is open your knees, hands down on the ground, lift your hips up. Knees stay really close to your arms and outside of them. Then you just bend your elbows and lean forward. And maybe that's where you are for now, which is great. Let's work on building strength here. If you feel confident, you can lean forward a bit more. See if you can transfer that weight into your hands so your feet get really light. Cool. Then set your feet back down. And we'll meet in heroes. All you'll do is set your knees down on the floor in front of you, thighs together. Open your heels, and then you'll sit down in between your heels. And if that's enough stretch already, you just stay upright. If you can take on more stretch, then you lean back into your hands, arms straight, or down to your elbows and forearms a bit deeper. Or if you feel pretty good right there, see if you can lie down on your backs. About 5 breaths in and out. And if you're reclining, come back up to seated. And then from there, you'll stand up over your knees, and you'll bring your hands either to prayer or arms down by your side. You'll do this movement 5 times. Make sure you're bracing your belly, squeezing your glutes, all for support and stability. All you'll do is lean back and lift up. And the movement happens at the knee, so try not to bend at the back. Just keep everything locked in, lean back, lift up. You don't have to go back that far either, y'all. It's like enough to feel yourself efforting to lift back up. Lean back, brace here, and lift back up. That's 5. And after your 5, we'll meet in downward facing dog. From down dog, you'll lift your right leg to 3-point. Half moon. You'll step your right foot forward and then shift weight into that right foot. Lift your left leg off the ground and then start to turn your left side, the hip and the shoulder open towards the ceiling. Maybe take the gaze up or maybe keep it on the ground. Revolve half moon. You just keep the leg up, but lower the hip a bit. Set your left fingertips down on the ground and then reach your right arm up. So just twisting in the opposite direction. And then set your left foot down beside your right foot. Rise to standing, arms overhead, Tadasana. And then you'll wrap your right leg over your left leg and your right arm under your left arm. And if that's too much for your shoulders, then you just grab opposite shoulders. But if you're wrapped up, lift those elbows, try to get them up to shoulder height. Dancer, unwrap your arms and your legs. You'll reach back and grab the top of your right foot with your right hand. Just pull and kick. Look for length and lift. Figure 4. Lay your right ankle over your left knee, hands to prayer, and then you squat down. And Crescent Lunge. Uncross the ankle, send your toes back, land them lightly at the back of your mat. Then you'll take Crescent Twist, hands to prayer, hook your right elbow into your outer left thigh. And if that's too challenging, you can always set the right knee down and rotate from there. And point that left elbow up. Sweet. From here, we'll transition into half moon. All you'll do is shift weight into your left foot and turn that right side open. Remember, options are gaze up, gaze down. Just keep peeling that right side open to the ceiling. Revolved half moon. Lower that right hip, keep the leg lifted. Reach those left fingertips up towards the sky. And set your right foot down beside your left foot, forward fold. And rise to standing, Tadasana, reach your arms up, lift your gaze up. Eagle, wrap your left leg over your right leg, then your left arm under your right arm, or opposite shoulders you grab. If you have the arms wrapped up, elbows up, try to get them at least to shoulder height. Dancer, unwrap those arms and legs, grab the top of your foot, and you pull and kick. Look for length, look for lift. Figure 4, left ankle over your right knee, flex that foot, lower the hips. And Crescent Lunge, uncross the ankle, step those toes back, land them lightly. And Crescent Twist, hands to prayer, left elbow into your outer right thigh. Remember, your options are setting the knee down or keeping that leg straight. If it's straight, though, straighten it. Push through the heel and lift with the back of the knee. Sweet. Hands down, step back, and you lower. Upward facing dog on your inhale. Downward facing dog on your exhale. And rise onto your tiptoes. You'll just hop through the seated. Lie down on your back. Then we'll do a few rounds of back bends, bridges, wheels. First option, bridge. Heels right under your knees. Press into the ground, lift your hips. And then you're using that ground and actively pushing into the ground along with the glutes, like squeeze the glutes to extend the hips up more. And come down. And take a breath in. And breathe it out. We'll do one more. Bridge or wheel. Same thing here. Press into the ground actively. Squeeze the glutes actively. Use both those energies to extend the hips up. You're here for 3. And 2. And come down. We'll meet in Supta Baddha Konasana. So all that is feet together, knees apart. You lying on your back. A couple breaths in and out here. And then we'll take happy baby. Just lift your legs in the air. See if you can grab the soles of your feet. And then draw your knees into your underarms. And then that's it. You can stay real still. You can rock side to side. That's what they call happy baby. Like really happy baby. Bring your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Hug them in. Then you'll rock up to seated. And you'll take your legs out wide into a wide leg seated forward fold. Neither point your toes or flex your feet. Just feel the top of your legs engage a bit. And then you'll fold forward. Maybe just hands to the ground. Maybe elbows and forearms down. Maybe you can lay your chest down on the mat. Not there this morning. And I'm okay with that. Keep the legs engaged. Keep the low belly muscles engaged. Cool. And then come up to seated. Bring your legs back together. And then you'll come into a comfortable cross-leg seat. Rest your hands on top of your knees, palms down or palms up, whatever feels right for you. And sit yourself up tall. It's all about grounding down into your sit bones, lifting through your crown. This awareness of your posture and how you hold your body. You know, does your normal posture contribute to more efforting, more discomfort, more stress? You know, you'd be surprised how holding your head just a few degrees further stresses your system while just like keeping your spine tall, chin in, shoulders back, promotes more ease, less effort, less of a stress response. You'd be surprised how just taking a few deep breaths in and out throughout your day allows you to dissipate and eliminate stress that could start to accumulate just by not paying attention. A few more full breaths in and out. And bring your hands to prayer at your hearts. And I hope that this practice has opened up some awareness for you. Like really be more attentive throughout your day to how you hold your body, how you breathe your breath, how much tension you send into your face, um, and the thoughts that you continue to put on repeat. If those things serve you, then make them more of a habit pattern. And if they don't, like start to create new habit patterns that are healthier for you. I hope that you all have a beautiful rest of your Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.